Good day, y'all, and welcome to episode 21 of the Fallen for Film podcast. I am your host, Ryan, and his name's Colin.
Are you okay, man? Are you okay?
I thought I opened it a different way because we usually just go. Okay, let's just. Colin, how you doing, man? How are you doing?
That sounded like a soap opera, man. I'm doing good. Finally, everything's situated at the new crib. Got my Wi-Fi. I'm in my new house. And things are good, man. We have just us two this week. It's interesting, so it's nice having our alone time together. But
we'd rather be alone. I'm just kidding. No more guests.
Yeah, never another guest ever again. But yeah, man, it's been kind of bored. I've been playing a little bit bored at the house. I'm living with some buddies, but right now I'm at the house by myself because they're still moving in and kind of getting things situated. And so I've been playing a lot of Nintendo Switch. Never played Nintendo Switch in my entire life, and it's all I've been playing.
Welcome to the club with Cody.
Yeah, Mario Kart is my jam. I've been rocking with. I was watching your live stream the other day, and someone asked you like what character you play for Mario Kart. My answer is Baby Luigi, dude. He is a beast, man. Oh. Baby Luigi, he doesn't have a lot of speed, but he has a lot of acceleration. And you just make those turns. You got to drift really hard, get those flames up, and boom, you're off to the races.
I was Baby Bowser. Or Bowser.
I want to check that one out. Baby Donkey Kong, if they have that one, I'd be interested in playing.
Or Diddy. Yeah, Diddy. So, yeah, I played lots of Mario Kart, too, when I was little. So.
Yeah. It's been fun. I've been doing that, but I've been kind of bored just because I've been at the house all by myself, not doing anything, just young, dumb, broke, and single. Just
yeah. So pretty much all last week you were moving into your new house. Finally got Wi-Fi. How was the hurricane experience? I'm curious.
We had the hurricane podcast last week. It was it's typical Florida stuff. The news is like freaking gets a wet dream over every hurricane they ever get. They just want to cover it all, and then it's not a big deal, dude. And we knew it wasn't gonna be a big deal because it was Category 1 hurricane. I remember no one even I remember when. Like the last 2 or 3 years, we had 3 Category 5 hurricanes come through, and nothing happened. It would go and come in as soon as it came to us, just die down. And we got lucky all 3 times. We had Hurricane Matthew, Hurricane Eileen or something, and the Hurricane Dorian last year, I think, and none of them were big deals at all. So it just. I mean, you got to stay safe. You got to be prepared for that kind of stuff. But as a veteran of Florida, we are just waiting for it to end so we can go to Publix and get a pub sub. That's just all there is to it. The Florida lifestyle.
That's good.
It's pretty nice.
Trying to think of episode titles or the Florida's lifestyle.
Yeah, dude. Florida's fucking nuts, bro. We don't these people are crazy, dude. I love living here. It's as they say here, we live where you vacation, but it's hectic for sure. But the hurricane was nothing. If you guys people were texting me worrying about it, but it was fine.
Yeah, Boston can be crazy at times, but it's full of good people all around. It's kind of a mix of both worlds. But anyway, yeah, regardless of you moving in and stuff like that, let's talk have you watched any new movies as of recently?
I of course got my letterboxd up because I can't live without that bad boy. Obviously I watched Casablanca. We'll talk about that later for the Culture Project. Rewatched Ant-Man for my MCU rewatch as well. Rewatched Warrior with my dad. I went to my dad's house to upload a YouTube video because I still didn't have Wi-Fi, so I went to his house. I was like, hey, for Wi-Fi. It's funny is I live a lot closer to my dad now that I live. I live on a very, very tiny strip of land in between 2 bodies of water. And then my dad's just a bridge to another strip of land. So we're each on 2 separate islands. And where he lives is where the NASA was, where the shuttles go off and stuff. So went to his house and we watched Warrior together. Really enjoyed it. Again, love that movie. I literally had sweaty palms every single time I watched that. And then I watched Crazy Stupid Love, a comedy that I had high hopes for, and I had seen half of it and I really liked it. And then I don't know what it is with dramedies, bro. All of them, the endings always suck. I feel like I was watching that. Have you seen it, Crazy Stupid Love?
I've not.
Oh, with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling, dude. I was like, it just, and then Emma Stone is in it, and I'm watching it. I'm like really digging it, and then the ending, I'm like, what is this? It was so stupid, but it was fun. So that's what I've been watching.
Awesome. Well, I watched a lot. I watched some new movies this week. The Tax Collector and She Dies Tomorrow, which I have reviews. Actually, posted my review for The Tax Collector. She Dies Tomorrow will be coming out very soon. I'll talk briefly about that in the new movies this week. Also watched the first 2 episodes of Chuck, which was for my culture project assignment. Godfather
little different this week. TV show.
The Godfather Part 2. I love that sequel. It's just as good as the first one. I don't prefer it to the first one, but I still think it's a classic.
Robert De Niro.
He won the Oscar. Excellent in there. What else did I watch? The Dark Knight Rises as a continuation in my Nolan series. And then I have a bunch of movies I'll watch next week. But yeah, that's pretty much what I watched this week. Also did a Q&A this week with Elliot from Movie Files and Chris from Film Stock. Shout out to those guys. Thank you for joining the channel.
I wanted to join too, but things were happening.
Yeah, but you were kind of you watched Warrior.
I think, you texted me. You're like, "Hey, do you want to?" I was like, "No, I don't have Wi-Fi at the house. I'm at my dad's. We're watching Warrior right now." And it was funny. Everything
watching War.
That was a freaking nightmare too. Obviously, the movie was great, but before my dad's dude. For some, I don't know what it is. Do not get a Roku TV if you want good audio. They're a joke. And he had his thing plugged into a sound bar. So we're like, all right, let's watch a movie with good sound. All of a sudden the sound bar wasn't working. It sounded awful. And I legitimately, I mean, I had to watch stuff with subtitles all the time because I guess I just had bad hearing. I don't know. I legitimately cannot hear what these people are saying. And then you watch, I think it's just like modern day Hollywood. You watch the dialogue and everything's so quiet, but then the action scenes are so loud. So you have to constantly turning the volume up and down all the freaking time during the entire movie. But his soundbar wasn't working, so we were dealing with that for 45 minutes trying to figure out what's going on, but got that figured out so we can actually enjoy the movie. I mean, I was legitimately watching. I was like, I cannot hear. I was at 100. I was literally, it was all the way up, and it was Nick Nolte and Tom Hardy talking. I was like, I've seen this movie, and I have no idea what they're saying.
Oh, man, yeah. Warrior, yeah. I experienced the same thing, putting the volume up so many times and putting it down whenever it gets too loud. I don't live alone. I live with my family, and that could get loud as well. And, so Roku TVs, man, they're not perfect. But, hey, you got to deal with it.
I don't even have a smart TV, but I have an Apple TV that I plug into it. And then I have AirPods. So if I just plug my put my AirPods in, connect it to my Apple TV, and I watch that because I have roommates and I'm trying to be respectful. But one of my roommates, I actually never lived with him before, but he was telling me he stays up super late. So we should be fine.
Yeah, good. Now, there's something, Colin, we got to talk briefly on Big Brother.
Yeah, that launched this week. Good stuff.
Yeah, Big Brother 22 All-Stars 2 just dropped this week, and it was a really good first episode. A really interesting cast, even though I knew who the cast were going in, because I do watch a lot of speculation videos. Yeah, some really surprising ones in there and some obvious ones that I wanted, like Dan and Derek, but that obviously didn't happen. I really like that Ian's on there. He won Big Brother 14. Tyler's on there. Cody's on there.
I didn't even picture Cody. I didn't expect Cody, but most of the people I predicted were not I was right about it. I was like, hey, Bailey's there. Hey, Christmas. I was like, hey, those are.
I know those people.
Dude, I saw the funniest thing. I guess Christmas isn't very well liked, and someone was trying to make fun of her online. They called her Thanksgiving. I was like,
oh my god!
They just called her Thanksgiving. Her name's Christmas. I was like, yeah, that was a serious diss.
Yeah, you got Danielle and some ones that I don't know anything about. I don't have any opinion on Kaser. I never saw him play. I never saw Memphis play.
We texted the entire episode to our everything.
Yeah, and what's his name? Kevin from Big Brother 11. That was a forgettable player for me. Just a mix of a cast all around. And Nicole Anthony too. So
yeah, two Nicoles. Yeah, I'm excited, man. We'll watch obviously the episode that comes out tomorrow, and then we just hit the ground running 3 days a week. Me and you will be watching, talking about it, and trying to not get super nerdy about it on the podcast.
And yeah, if you're interested, Colin, and anybody watching at home, if you guys are massive Big Brother fans, I will be doing a predictions video on Jay Vader's channel. He's also a diehard Big Brother fan.
Yeah.
We're going to be predicting the whole season, like each player, where we think they're going to end up, either pre-jury, jury, or the winner. So look forward to that predictions video on Jay's channel coming up very soon. So figured I'd plug that.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much. I think we talked about pretty much what we've been doing. I think we should just get into this movie news, Colin. We got lots of Disney news to talk about today. Some exciting ones to dive into. So let's dive right into it.
Let's go. Let's go, man.
But before we do, if you guys are new to the Fallen for Film podcast and you want to check us out, if you don't have time to watch us on YouTube, you can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, and Google Play. Go follow us over there. Leave us a review and a rating over on iTunes. It'd be very much appreciated. Again, podcast platform links are in the description below if you are interested in listening to us over there. So, all right, so I figure we start off with new movies this week. I know you have any of these movies, Colin. We got movies that were streaming service or week or H. Miracle starring Slogan. VOD show and The Tax Collector, the newest movie from David Ayer starring Shia LaBeouf and George Lopez. That's a weird casting. So yeah, I have reviews coming out for The Tax Collector and She Dies Tomorrow. Tax Collector is already out on my channel if you guys want to go check that out. And if you watch that review, I did not like that movie at all. I thought it was really bad. Very disappointing.
You discouraged me from watching it, man.
It's really bad, man. I got to be honest. It's terribly written. You know, the characters all around are bad. Shia LaBeouf, for the amount he's in it, is great. But the story just is awful. Straight up awful. And it feels like a Suicide Squad situation. Like the script feels like it was written in like 4 weeks instead of 5. It's just bad.
I have a question about the movie. So I watched Griffin's review as well, and he kind of accused it of being offensive, maybe even a little racist. That Shia LaBeouf was doing a brown face, meaning that he was almost pretending to be Latino in the movie, even though he's a white guy. And I had some thoughts to say on it, and I wanted to comment, but me and Griffin are good friends, so I didn't not that I would be rude about it or anything, but just have like my opinion on it. But what's your stance on just what he said in that movie? Is that true? Because I haven't seen the film. And also, like, do you believe in the sentiment that, like, oh, you know, white guys can't tell other, you know, stories, you know, do white people only have to direct white people stories, or black people have to direct black people stories? It kind of just feels a little like, I don't really agree with the sentiment that women should direct women movies or something like that. It's kind of what that conversation was leaning into. So what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's very weird for him to play that type of character in a David Ayer film. And yeah, I could definitely see that criticism all around. It had some kind of weird moments to it. Not much offensiveness for my own taste, but I could see somebody watching this movie and thinking it's very offensive in certain aspects. It didn't offend me, but I definitely get the argument all around.
Okay. Like, I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on it, but okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I could definitely see people getting offended, like with a Shia LaBeouf situation in that matter. But it didn't offend me.
Okay.
But yeah. What else? She Dies Tomorrow. Very weird movie. That's all I can say. Like, it's very middle of the road. It's got very weird, assy, trippy sequences in it. Some unique aspects I did enjoy, but it's a film I'm not going to watch again, but I appreciate it for what it was going for. It's from Amy Seimetz. She's an actress, and she also did some short films in here. I'd like to see her direct more movies. I thought she added unique elements that I haven't seen in a thriller genre before, and it's got pretty cool performances in it, but it gets really repetitive. And it's a short movie, too. So, not much amazing movies this week.
Did you ever see Yes, God, Yes from last week?
I have not.
I recommend that. I would watch that.
I've heard some interesting things.
Dude, it was, you know me, I love election, and one of the biggest things I liked about the movie was the visual jokes. And this one had Yes God Yes had a lot of visual jokes. So if you're into that sort of thing and into comedies like that, it was really funny with how they presented some interesting concepts. So that's a 2020 movie I think you should check out.
All right. Yeah, so that's all the movies that came out this week. Let us know what you guys thought of those movies in the YouTube video down below if you checked any of them out. So I think we should get to one of the biggest topics this week, Colin. We got a director news, and Captain Marvel 2 has found its director, Nia DaCosta. She is directing the upcoming Candyman movie produced by Jordan Peele. And this is very exciting addition, and a lot of people are very excited for this choice, even though, Candyman hasn't come out yet. And yeah, Captain Marvel 2. So Colin, what's your thoughts on this choice of a director?
Yeah, I mean, I can't give much thoughts because I know I haven't seen Candyman yet. As far as my anticipation of the movie, I think it looks pretty sick, honestly, like in a good way. Looks just like really, really cool little horror movie, and that's coming from me. We all know, not big horror fan, but I really dug the trailers for it, and it looks like it'd be kind of something special. So, yeah, looking forward to that movie. Don't know much about her. It just kind of seems like we talk about the Marvel formula and kind of the things that they do in their movies, but outside of the movies, they kind of the part of the Marvel formula is to hire directors that are kind of obscure, different types of film that are really interesting, kind of come from indie backgrounds or just like smaller movies. Some horror directors have directed movies in the MCU before, so it's really cool choice that she's going to get an opportunity directing Captain Marvel 2, which was the first one is just underwhelming, kind of forgettable. But having someone who's a visionary that has going to direct something as interesting as Candyman, at least that's what it looks like in the marketing, to be in a hold of some of the big MCU movie is really exciting. Interesting though, I mean, Kevin Feige had to have seen Candyman by now. They probably could have.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody must have seen this movie.
Yeah, you're not going to just hire her after you haven't seen Candyman yet. So he must have been really impressed with the direction and how they portrayed the characters, because what's the number one thing that the MCU movie kind of has to do is to portray its characters in a relatable way that's accessible to audiences. And what did Captain Marvel not do very well? You didn't connect with her as a character. She was at arm's length from everybody, kind of was a little bit standoffish, and people had a problem with that portrayal. So to bring in a director that maybe fit that aspect of the movie, Kevin Feige must have seen something in Candyman that really impressed him.
Yeah, and also we got to point out she's the first African-American female to direct a Marvel movie. That is awesome. That's another obvious thing there. And the second African-American behind Ryan Coogler. So I'm very happy to see, we're getting great people of different colors and backgrounds, getting their voices heard. And yeah, somebody, or I don't know if it's Kevin Feige or maybe someone in Marvel saw Candyman and were really impressed with Nia DaCosta's work in here. And this is exciting for me because, yeah, we're getting a lot of these, like you said, very unknown horror filmmakers in the upcoming, directing a big blockbuster, especially Scott Derrickson directing Doctor Strange. And I'm excited. I mean, Brie Larson as an actress is fantastic. If you give her the right source material, like Rome, like The Spectacular Now, she's a great actress. If you give her, the direction and the voice that she needs. And I think Nia DaCosta can do that in Captain Marvel 2. The first Captain Marvel was just a very bland character. And I feel like because of Candyman, you can bring that character development, like you said, to Captain Marvel, make her much more of an interesting character and someone we can root for and actually care about. So, yeah.
I agree with everything you just said. I like how you just shouted out The Spectacular Now. Love that. But
she's excellent. So yeah, I could not be more excited for this. I'm very happy with the choice they got on here, and it gets me more pumped for Captain Marvel 2 now, because now it takes place in the day in this time period. It's not a prequel, so this could be good, man.
I don't know if I would have been a bigger fan if they had hired the previous directors. There was two of them. I can't remember the names off the top of my head.
Anna Fleck and Ryan Bowden. Is that her name?
Yeah. I mean, they just were directors for hire. They kind of just came in there, did did what Kevin Feige told him to do. I don't see a sense of style and flavor to the filmmaking. Just very, so let's direct an MCU movie, and it just, I think now you have someone like DaCosta to do something hopefully different. I mean, it's no guarantee, but.
Yeah. What do you want to see in a Captain Marvel 2? Like, it's taking place in the daytime, like Endgame time. What are you hoping to see?
Yeah, I mean, people always ask that or talk about it or like what you want to see. I never really care. Just tell a good story. I mean, they're the filmmakers, not me. And especially with if I was if you asked me what do I want to see in a Spider-Man movie, because I'm more connected to the character, I'd be like, okay, I want to see him get into photography. I want to see more of the Daily Bugle. I want to see more New York City classic Spider-Man stuff. Like that would be my answer because I'm connected to the character. Captain Marvel, I don't even know much about. Carol Danvers, I don't know much about her upbringing or stuff like that. Maybe this would be a good idea because we didn't really get the answer in the first one. What the hell is her powers? We don't know what she can do or why she can do. We know why she can do it, but not exactly.
We weren't explained, yeah.
Wasn't explained, so maybe that. But I'm never. When people say something like that, like, "Hey, what do you want to see in that?" I'm just like, I don't care. Those storytellers, they can do it. They can figure something out that I'm sure will be better than anything I've come up with. So, yeah, man, just tell a good story. I don't really care what they do. That's why people say like get mad about the Iron Man 3 thing with the Mandarin. I thought it fit the story. I thought it worked, and it subverted expectations. And I don't give a crap about the comics. It's worked for the story that they told.
One thing they could do with WandaVision, we are going to get an older Monica Rambeau, Maria Rambeau's daughter. So that'd be cool to add her in here. A lot older now. Possibly be the next mother. This could also lead into She-Hulk, possibly, or maybe even just adding in new layers to the Phase 4 elements. Introduce maybe some Phase 5 elements. Maybe introduce some of the X-Men, possibly, in Captain Marvel 2. That could be a huge possibility, or the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they set up those characters in other movies because they're not just going to come out of nowhere. There has to be some sort of setup. I mean, I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy, did that have much setup? Not really. In any movies, I mean, I guess the Infinity Stones kind of tying that whole type thing, but it wasn't like we saw Rocket in a post-credit scene, like, somebody putting together a raccoon. Like, it's not like we saw that.
Also, the Skrulls as well. I think the Skrulls will play a huge part in Captain Marvel 2, obviously, because you got Ben Mendelsohn as Talos and Goose the Cat. So
yeah, Goose the Cat. I knew that when that post-credit scene happened, the final of Goose the Cat. I knew that was it. I was like, I don't like the decisions that like that. I didn't like that, and then he scratched Nick Fury's eye. It's like, what? That's so.
That was done. Look at the plane. That's how we're gonna call it the event.
Actually, I didn't mind that. I actually kind of like that.
I was cringeworthy.
It's just like answered questions. It was I can understand why people would be mad by that, but the Avengers thing, I didn't mind. That was like the least of my worries.
Nothing as cringeworthy as Solo. Han Solo.
I didn't hate that either. I
hated that, bro. It was like, really?
I just felt like that was people just getting mad about for no reason. Like that wasn't.
That's how we got his name. Oh, Brad. Anyway, getting off topic. I'm excited for Captain Marvel 2, to say the least. Now more than I was before.
Yeah.
All right. So now I want to talk about some Dune news, Colin. So Discussing Film tweeted, Denis Villeneuve was in an interview most recently, and he just said that the whole COVID-19 pandemic has crushed his schedule to finish Dune on time. He says it will be a sprint to finish the movie on time right now. So, hopefully there's a lot of talk right now. Is this movie going to keep its December release date or get delayed next year? I think it's getting delayed next year. I do not want this movie to get rushed to finish, because the best movies are the ones that wait. And so do not rush this movie. I want this movie to be incredible. What's your thoughts on this overall call? A lot of people were talking back and forth like, no, Denis, don't rush the movie all around. We want this to be amazing. If they got to push it to next year, then it's got to happen. So just talk. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, 2021 will be epic if it just gets pushed back. I don't know. Yeah, if he's gonna rush it, then just don't. Makes me sad though. I feel bad for Denis. I'm just picturing him in his little accent, just all sad and just, just like I can't finish the movie. And you're like, man, you're such a good filmmaker. I feel so bad for you, man. Dune is gonna be epic. But 2021 is gonna be the year. 2021 is gonna be the year.
Oh man, I think I might do a top 20 most anticipated for 2021.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll be epic. That'll be epic. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, dude. It's not. I mean, it was kind of a surprise. I mean, it's coming out December. I mean, I guess there's just a lot of work. Yeah, do a lot of CGI, a lot of editing,
reshoots too,
post production. So, if he can make it work where it's a race to the finish line, but it doesn't dip on the quality, which that's kind of impossible to do, then yeah, go for it. But it sounds like it's gonna affect something. So.
Yeah, and with the Inception re-release, we are supposed to get a trailer for Dune at some point. That is the question, though, when that first trailer is going to drop for this film. So, yeah, all around reshoots and the film altogether. I mean, the movie is going to be epic beyond belief. And if they got to push it to next year, then that's what they got to do. And I just don't want them to finish this movie to the end and try to get it out before the release date because, we want the best movie all around. And yeah, in Dune's case, we just want it to be epic. So
yeah, epic movie for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about the topic of the video and pretty much the title of this movie. Mulan worth $30? Yeah, something like that. $30 to watch Mulan or something, the title. So let's talk Mulan, Colin. We knew this was coming at some point. Mulan is going to Disney Plus on September 4th, all across the world, in select theaters as well that don't have Disney Plus in that area. On September 4th, Mulan will be available to stream on Disney Plus. However, it is not free to Disney Plus owners. It does cost money, $29.99.
Yep. That's
the
reality. That's 2020.
That's 2020. So $30 to pay for Mulan. So there's been so much debate about this online as of recently. Many people going crazy, boycotting Disney left to right. How dare you, Disney? $30 up my ass, left, right, and center. And people saying, if you have a family or stuff like that, it could be a good deal. Or hey, why don't you chip in $15 and I'll chip in $15, and you get 30. So there's many different opinions on this all around. So Colin, I texted you this because you didn't have Wi-Fi. So what was your first gut reaction to this?
I don't know what my gut reaction was. I just kind of saw it and I just went, damn. Like I think I just saw it and just went, I'm like numb at this point to news and just breaking news and hot takes and just Twitter toxic stuff. And this is what we're gonna do, Ryan. One of us is gonna log into each other's Disney, and we're gonna Venmo each other $15 because I don't think I'll pay $15 to see it, or maybe me, you, and Cody can each give each other.
Yeah, I talked to Cody about this, so
I just log into your Disney, give you $10, and Cody give you $10, and then we're good there because I know that's whatever, we're password sharing. I guess that's like illegal or whatever, but you have my Hulu, so it's all good. I don't know, man. It's when you take into consideration that families will be watching this movie, it's actually not bad. I mean, the average household in America is 4 people in a household, and so that's not bad. That's less than $10 a ticket if you have all 4 people watching it at home. So I understand the price tag, especially with how expensive the movie actually is, and it's kind of a guinea pig test for Black Widow, which would probably be even more expensive, not because it has a higher budget than Mulan, but because more people would pay that amount of money because Black Widow is just more of a desired movie than Mulan is. So will I pay $30 just for myself? No. Will I pay if we split? Yes, because as we know, as I said earlier, I'm young, dumb, broke, and single, so I cannot to watch a movie for $30. So
say that again.
Young, dumb, broke, and single.
Colin Williams, 2020.
Yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, there's a song that's like young, dumb, and broke, and then I'm like, and single.
That's Colin's tagline for 2020.
Young, broke, and single. And I don't have. Well, I have $30, but I definitely don't want to spend it on a 2-hour live action movie of a film I've already.
Yeah, I got bills to pay. Disney.
You know what I'm not gonna do? This is what I'm gonna do for my review. If I can't afford to see it, I'm just gonna watch the animated Mulan and just pretend it's live action.
Yeah, just pretend like I saw it.
And no, it actually looks different from the animated one, so I guess
it does.
A different area. It's not like Lion King, which you legitimately don't have to watch to get a different experience.
Yeah,
Oh, not really.
I have a story. I don't know if you saw my Cody's Twitter post, but so he's at work, right? At school. You also work at a school. And he asked the kids, let's watch Lion King, guys. Which you want to watch the animated? No, that sucks. We'll watch the new one. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, I can confirm that this is the same at a middle school. I know he used to work at elementary school kids, right?
Yeah, I think he works with elementary.
I can confirm at the middle school I work out.
You know what? No, let me tell the story.
Oh my.
Let me tell the story about this one. Up, move over. This is how the story went. Okay, here is how the story went.
Oh my god, Cody just hijacked.
Cody just walked right in. What
I popped in, and get off. I'm gonna be Ryan O'Toole. Get up.
Oh
Thank you very much. Okay, here is how the story happened. You're in the light. Move over.
We're live on here.
That's fine. You're live. It's great. Here's how the story went down. I asked the kids, let's watch a movie on Disney Plus. I gave them all their suggestions. They said all these wonderful suggestions. I said no to all of them. And I said, let's watch The Lion King. And as I was about to put on the animated one, they were like, no, we want to watch the new one. Yeah. You know, where they look real. And I slowly just turned my head, and I said, "What?"
You wanted to turn your mask into a slingshot.
Yeah, exactly. And I fired it at them. Sorry to interrupt the podcast, but then I just reluctantly put on the live action one, and I was just sitting there crying, watching, like baby Simba, just like when his father died. No.
I remember that happened in the movies, and I just started dying laughing.
Yeah. So that was a wonderful 2 hours, and thank you very much.
Did you get your point across?
I did.
Okay,
that was not scripted.
That was not expected at all.
I didn't expect that either.
I mean, my heart skipped a beat, I think, for a second. I need a drink of water, but it's all the way over there. I might have to get up in a second. But okay, go ahead.
All right. Anyway, so where were we? Mulan.
Yes, Mulan. That thing.
It was not worth $30.
Unless you have a family. Unless you do have a family.
Unless you're Sean Chandler or someone like that.
Yeah. I mean,
if you're watching this by yourself. Yeah, if you're watching this by yourself, you're crazy if you pay $30. What I do is find somebody, find a friend, find somebody on the street. Hey, let's watch Mulan. You chip in $10, you chip in $5 and stuff like that. It could work out. You could watch Mulan. But yeah, you're crazy if you pay $30.
This is a guinea pig test for Black Widow. That will probably Widow.
It's going to follow trend.
Black Widow will probably be more like $50.
$50? Maybe. I think this is going to follow suit for Black Widow Soul. So it's just going to follow the same trend of releasing these theatrical movies, Disney Plus, and paying lots of money for it. And it's pretty much sad that that's probably what we're going to get for the rest of the year. And it's just crazy, dude. As soon as I saw this, I was just like, huh?
Yeah, we're going to split it. Me and you we'll split it. Me, you, and Cody. I think that's the move.
Yeah. So overall, just catastrophe all around if you're by yourself. So anyway, let's talk about some other movie news here. Laura Dern reveals she's begun filming Jurassic World Dominion. So this is the sequel to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World. We are getting the return of Sam Neill, Dr. Alan Grant, and Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum as well. The original cast is returning for Jurassic World Dominion. So I have some thoughts here.
Do you want to go ahead and go first? I'm going to grab my water bottle real fast.
Of course. So if you watched my review for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I did not like that movie at all. I thought it was a major letdown. And the first Jurassic World I actually really enjoyed. But this film all around, they're taking it in the direction of setting up a new universe instead of concluding the Jurassic Park saga. And it's just a constant retrend of starting a brand new universe of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movies. And I'm just getting tired of it. I really am. I'm just not as hyped for this movie all around. And especially with how Fallen Kingdom ended, we obviously knew that the dinosaurs are now going out into the world. And potentially you were going to get the original cast back. And now that's coming true. And yeah, all around, I just am not excited for this movie, if I'm being completely honest. Fallen Kingdom was a mess, the way that film ended. And now to get Jurassic World Dominion, could care less about it. Just not that excited for this film.
It came at the perfect time. Came back at the perfect time.
Yeah. So
Colin, I'm a big fan of it for sure. But,
yeah. Colin, what's your thoughts overall on this? Your thoughts on the Jurassic World movies and this whole universe that's being built?
Well, I've never seen the last one, Fallen Kingdom. I know you have thoughts on it. Some people say it's the best since Jurassic Park, which I think that's crazy. Not that I have, because I've just seen some. I guess it's kind of some people have some hot takes on the movie. I don't know. I mean, I love Jurassic Park. Love Jurassic Park.
Yeah, you watched it for the first time this year.
Yeah, I did. And then I saw Jurassic World when it came out because it was kind of like a soft reboot. I enjoyed it. There's something about it though. After watching Jurassic Park and then seeing Jurassic World, it's just got this like Hollywood gloss to it that just, I don't know, just feels a little bit more just like a franchise movie. I don't know. It doesn't kind of capture that like magic of the first movie, but I still like it. It's fun. And then Dominion, I mean, I guess the cast coming back is pretty cool. Laura Dern.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Dr. Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character, he showed up.
Yeah, he's my favorite character.
He showed up in Fallen Kingdom for only 5 to 3 minutes. And I'm like, really? Really? So Jurassic Park.
What was that? That was like a cough and a sneeze and like a heart attack all in one. Jesus Christ!
That's how I feel about this movie.
How they coughing with it's good.
Kind of sounded like a velociraptor coughing. Anyway, so what was I saying? Jurassic Park. You guys know that's my favorite Spielberg movie. The first Jurassic Park,
my favorite.
Amazing, fantastic. And then Lost World, a pretty underwhelming sequel. The third one is garbage, and then Jurassic World. I actually enjoyed that one. And then Fallen Kingdom was just a travesty. And now going
about it though, like, should I even watch it?
Like the character development, every character is very much unlikable. The story is dumb. There's the volcano sequence. That's the best part of the movie. But then it goes downhill with the villain aspect and the go into a different land. This auction that takes place. It's
like that one kid who keeps yelling all the time. He's like
the annoying version of Short Round. And short Round is not annoying.
Short Round's amazing. That's why.
Yeah, the kid in Detective Pikachu. I forgot his name. He's annoying. Like that's that's kind of like the annoying version of Short Round.
The movie, one of my least favorite movies this year, All the Bright Places, and Netflix romance. Did you end up seeing that?
Yeah, I saw that movie. He was.
He was. I think that's the best we've seen from him. But that's I don't think he's a very good actor, unfortunately. But hopefully he'll get there. I don't hate the kid or anything.
Yeah. So Jurassic World Dominion, it's not sold to me. Not sold to me all around. So yeah, I couldn't not be much excited for this.
I mean, that news isn't nearly as exciting as that cough. I mean,
Or I don't know.
that was an earthquake cough, man. I think like, my hearing.
Ryan coughs an earthquake or something.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I don't have much thoughts on this. Just to say that I'm not much excited for it. Are you guys excited for it? Let us know in the YouTube video version of the podcast. So anyway, Colin, we got some exciting news to share. So the first trailer for The Mandalorian Season 2 is supposedly to drop very soon, late August, during the first round of the NBA playoffs, coming up very soon. Around August 22nd, I think I heard. So yeah, we're supposed to get a trailer then. Yeah, I'm very excited all around because, 2020, we need something to watch. In The Mandalorian, thank goodness we have something to watch this year. So yeah, I could not be more excited for this, dude.
I can't wait either. I'm like shocked that it's even coming out this year, if I'm being honest. I have no idea how it hasn't been held up in production. I think Disney just like solved COVID, but they got their greedy little hands. Like, hey, we're gonna benefit from this down economy and just be the only ones making stuff. We'll put up Mulan for $30, and yeah, because we really excited for Mandalorian. NBA, looking forward to it. This longest season ever because it had like 5 months of delay. Looking forward to see who's gonna be the win the finals and stuff. But the playoffs,
I've been watching the Celtics. My brother's been watching the Celtics.
Well, the thing with the NBA to me is I don't really watch until the playoffs because it's 82 games of pointless. A lot of it's pointless.
Rich guys dribbling a basketball.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what it is. I mean, I love LeBron. I love a lot of the players and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, Mandalorian. I'm really looking forward to see what they do. Mandalorian gets some hate, and I think even though I don't agree, I kind of understand certain instances of it. It didn't really have a through line for most of it. A lot of it was kind of its own little. It was like an anthology kind of series. I kind of agree with that sentiment that in season 2, I do definitely want to see a more focused narrative where there's like a through line throughout each episode with kind of one constant mission rather than just like, oh, here's Mandalorian doing this thing. Here's Mandalorian doing this thing. I kind of would like to see a little bit more.
Yeah, I like to see something different.
Yeah, and we're obviously going to get some more Clone Wars characters. Rex,
Ahsoka
Tano, who I love, by the way, in Clone Wars. She's one of my favorite.
Where you at in Clone Wars?
I stopped after in season 4. I just kind of took a halt because of my move and everything going on, and then I started How I Met Your Mother, which I should have mentioned that. I started watching that, and I kind of love it. And then I always rewatch that 70s show. So I'm just bad about watching TV. I've always said that. I'm just bad about getting on a show and just binging. So I was liking it. Season 4 was really good, and I just halted on it. But yeah, man, we're excited to see this trailer. And then I'm sure we'll do some sort of reaction type thing, and then talk about it on the podcast, obviously.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm very excited for Mandalorian Season 2, what they're going to explore, how they're going to bring Boba Fett into here, how they're going to bring Ahsoka into here, how they're going to bring other characters from Star Wars Rebels in here. It's just going to be exciting, dude. I agree. I want them to explore something different than just say, hey, there's Mandalorian and Baby Yoda going to this trip. Going there. I would love to see what they're going to do with Moff Gideon, Giancarlo Esposito's character.
Yeah. The Emmy-nominated performance.
Mm-hmm. The Darksaber, what they're going to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be very exciting all around. We're going to get another badass score from Ludwig Göransson.
That score. I love that score so much.
That was the score. That might have been the score, one of my favorite scores last year, even though it was movies.
Euphoria. Well, that score in Euphoria is godly, so unbelievably amazing.
But they didn't think it was best drama series worthy.
I love Mandalorian, but it had no business being in over Euphoria. I'm sorry. It has no business. Euphoria is miles better than Mandalorian. I love Mandalorian. So what does that tell you about Euphoria? Euphoria is is masterpiece. It's like one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. And Mandalorian's just a great Star Wars TV show, but not even on the same stratosphere as Euphoria, in my opinion.
Yeah, so
You'll have to check it out. You'll have to check it out.
I'll check it out at some point. So yeah, I'm very excited for this all around. Whenever this trailer does drop, we'll have to do a trailer reaction together.
Yeah.
On this, I like to do that. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they're gonna actually show in this first trailer. If they're just gonna show, Mandalorian, Baby Yoda going on adventures. Don't know if what they're really gonna show in terms of new characters, but it'll be exciting regardless.
Yes, sir.
All right, and now our final piece of movie news that we're going to talk about here is some casting rumors and speculation. Tom Hanks is being eyed to play Gepetto in Robert Zemeckis' Disney live-action adaptation of Pinocchio. This has me very excited, actually. I got to be honest. I mean, Pinocchio, yes, it's a classic, but Gepetto, if you put Tom Hanks, that's actually great casting, if you ask me. Yeah, Pinocchio sounds like it could benefit pretty much from a reimagining, kind of. Not much like a shot-for-shot remake, but it's Robert Zemeckis. I mean, I really like him as a director, and Gepetto as a Disney character. So all around, you put Tom Hanks in that role, it gets me excited for it. What about you, Colin?
Yeah, I mean, Robert Zemeckis and Tom Hanks, I mean, that's like the duo, right? Castaway and Forrest Gump. Some great movies right there. Yeah.
Polar Express.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Polar Express. You can't forget.
I'm not the biggest fan of Polar Express.
What?
Yeah, I hate the animation. I just hate the way it looks. I don't know.
How dare you?
Took me out of the stream. You pulled a Zach. You pulled a Zach. I mean, it's funny, but I don't roll like that, man. I'm too nice of a guy, Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, Polar Express is really my thing, but Robert Zemeckis is the man. I think he made my top 10 directors video. Yeah, he did. Really love him. And Pinocchio. I watched the movie when I was like the animated film like a bunch when I was little, but I haven't seen it in like probably 15 years. Honestly, it's been a while. Yeah, I mean, it's cool reimagining. It's old enough to where they can do something different and unique to where they wouldn't offend people. You remake Mulan if it's not exactly like it, but then it's too much like it. It can rub some people the wrong way. You have to kind of find that balance of being different, but also respecting the original. This one's so old that it can just has a concept that's kind of obscure that you can do kind of any story based around that general idea of a doll or whatever he is, a puppet that becomes a real boy. And Tom Hanks playing Pinocchio, is that who he play? Or like,
Gepetto,
the older version. I was gonna say Pinocchio would be weird. Yeah, cool, I guess. I don't know. It's like Pinocchio. It's a cool movie, I guess.
Yeah, Gepetto is the old man, the creator.
Yeah. So he would be actually that works then.
Oh yeah.
So I can picture it now. Especially with like he's been doing the like kind of that old like humble type man vibe. What was that? He played Walt Disney too. And then
it's kind of in his wheel.
And then he played Mr. Rogers, so it's kind of feels that whimsical kind of vibe he's been playing lately. I kind of dig it.
I dig it too. I'm interested in this now.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's going to do it for the movie news today, Colin. I figure we get right into, the more fun topics here today. So let's get right into the culture project, shall we, Colin?
Go for it, man.
All right.
You're first.
All right, the culture project. So, we pick a new movie for us to watch every week, but it's different this time because Colin actually chose for me a TV show, like the first 2 episodes. He chose for me to watch Chuck, starring Zachary Levi. And I chose for him to watch a classic, Casablanca.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to give you guys our thoughts on those, and then we'll assign our new movie to watch for this week. So I'll start with Chuck. Chuck came out in 2007, I believe, and it stars Zachary Levi. And everybody, whenever you think Zachary Levi, everyone talks Shazam and Tangled, but this was like his first like groundbreaking hit. And I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes of Chuck.
Yeah.
It's a great action. I really enjoyed, Zachary Levi in there. There's just a lot of great comedy, mixed with like kind of like parkour action sequences in there. It kind of felt like The Matrix in certain aspects, as well as just like a really fun comedy all around. And it's just great. I just really enjoyed the first 2 episodes all around, and it's got me kind of interested to watch the
So you think you'll watch more?
At some point, yeah, I was very interested in it. It's something I've never seen before. And you know me, I don't watch much TV all around. So, I was very, very impressed with it. I didn't know what to think of it. I thought I wouldn't like it, but I actually enjoyed it.
So you like the spy vibe? It's got comedy stuff. He works at like kind of a rip off of Best Buy almost, and gets a supercomputer in his brain. It sounds kind of wacky, but I think they balance the tones really well. It's really funny too.
Yeah, really funny too.
Great action. It gets better, dude. I've told this story before, but like the ending legit broke me. Like the ending just brought me to.
Oh, it's a sad ending.
I would say more bittersweet, but it left me very sad. It was over. This is a good thing.
It's like you want to see more.
Yeah,
I get it.
So yeah, that was. What would you give it as a grade? I know it's a TV show, but
for the first 2 episodes, I probably would give it B+ so far. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll have to check it out later at some point.
Okay, so my turn, I guess, is what we're doing.
All right, Casablanca.
So yeah, Ryan assigned for me to watch Casablanca. Really classic movie, regarded as like one of the best romances ever made, one of the best movies of all time. We had Jay Vaders on the podcast, and when we did our top 5 perfect movies, he chose that as one of his movies.
One of his favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, you reviewed it. You gave it an A+ on your channel. A lot of people talk about this movie, and I finally saw it, and unfortunately, I was really disappointed.
Is he serious right now?
I'm being serious. I was very disappointed.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. All right, sir. You gotta explain yourself, man.
You
can't expect to like say,
it did not work for me, at all. Yeah.
All right. Explain why, Colin. Why didn't it work for you, man? Why was it disappointing?
So I was getting into it. I was watching it. I liked the film. My favorite part of the movie is 2 things. I liked the writing a lot. I thought it was quippy. It was well written, and I appreciated many aspects of the movie. It was more of an appreciation more than actual enjoyment. Loved Rick. I liked his character a lot. I just liked the hard-nosed nature of him. You kind of understood where he comes from. They set up some things that are really nice. If I'm being honest, there wasn't really anything I can pinpoint on the filmmaking that I just didn't like. I just watch it. Kind of same thing with Hamilton, although I definitely enjoyed Hamilton more. Same thing with Hamilton, whereas I understand why people love it. I understand why people like it. I understand why it connects with a lot of people. But I'm watching it. I was just bored as hell. Unfortunately, I wish I liked it as much as you did, especially because I'm a romantic guy. I love romance movies. To me, easily, When Harry Met Sally is a million times better than Casablanca from a romance standpoint. I don't know, the romance part of here, I got it. I understood why he loved her, and I felt bad for him. But as far as their chemistry, I thought it worked, but I just had no care that they would end up together later. I was just like, okay. If they don't end up together, if they do, I could care less. Whereas When Harry Met Sally, I was just like, oh my God, can they kiss already? I just want them to date so bad because I just felt like the characters were so much relatable. And I think it's maybe because the movie's older. So the fact that it's in a different time period, I just can't relate to a lot of the things presented in the movie. So that type of relationship is just as accessible to me. So I'm saying it and I'm just, of course the acting was great. I liked even the score to certain bits. I thought the editing was good. There was nothing about the filmmaking that I could look at and I'm like, oh, I didn't like that, or the performances or the writing, or I think it's maybe the story. I think it's the story is the weakest part. The whole stuff with the papers and the refugees and needing to, get this and just go to America and all that stuff. I just didn't really, I'm bummed out to say it. It's not like I'm over here like I told you last week I was super excited to watch this. I said cannot wait to watch Casablanca. I was so excited, like got in my bed, like I was like, let's go Casablanca, here we go. And I was just like, it just didn't grab me. I was very disappointed. So I'm sorry. No, actually I'm not sorry. I didn't like it. Sorry. No, I said sorry again. What are your thoughts on it? Not on it, but on my thoughts. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think my brain cells have been destroyed. I respect your opinion, man, but I 1,000,000% disagree with everything you said. Pretty much like everything you said, Colin, I'm on the opposite side of. Casablanca is the best romance film I have ever seen.
Yeah, I don't even think it's close.
It's a perfect movie. I agree with Jay in a lot of aspects. I've only seen it twice before, so I can't like put it in my favorite movies of all time. Like I saw it in film class. I didn't appreciate it as much as I did now on this rewatch, but because I wasn't into filmmaking as much as I am now at the time.
What about it though? I'm just struggling, and I want to understand you because I'm just watching it and I'm like, I mean, yeah, I can understand why people back in the 40s loved it. Like, it's good. The acting's good. I liked it. But watching it now, I'm just like, this is a masterpiece? I don't get it. I really don't.
I think the story, the screenplay is amazing.
Okay, I'll give you there. I think the not the screenplay, but the writing, like the actual dialogue is strong.
I think Rick Blaine as a character, he's a broken man all around. He's had many opportunities in life, and he's just not been able to do it. And I love how the film really explored, how he met Ilsa back in the day, and they had a love for each other, because the war ruined it. War ruins love most of the time, and I thought that was really tragic but also real. And he just is now working at Casablanca, this gin joint. He's like, out of all the gin joints in the world, why'd she end up in mine? It's just,
I like that line. I like the classic line where it's like, here's to you, kid, and stuff. I mean, there's some cool stuff in here for sure. It's not like I didn't hate it or anything. I was just with the hype. I mean, we had Dave on here last week, and he said it's like his favorite. It's a perfect movie. It's like
I agree,
ever made. And
I think the story all around is well done, very well executed, and it's just a bold ending. I mean, the ending doesn't go what you think it is. It talks a lot about war as well. War ruins love, like I always say. I really wanted Rick to go with Ilsa at the end, but it's a bold ending, and he just sends her away.
I'm just confused why people say it's the best romance of all time. Like, I mean, you watched The Spectacular Now last week. I mean, I think The Spectacular Now is completely
a million times better than
I think The Spectacular Now captured romance in a way that felt so much more like authentic and real and relatable. Towards this is just like, okay, these are two grown-ups in an era I can't relate to because I didn't, and they're just talking all like, I don't know. They're just talking about things I can't relate to, or stuff like, I don't know. They're just doing things I just didn't get it. Like I was watching it, I was trying to get it, and I couldn't. And it's a guy that likes romance movies. I just think I was just like, what? This is a good romance? I felt bad for the guy.
Best romance movies to me are the ones that aren't a full romance movie, that are full-on dramas. This isn't full-on drama, in my opinion. It's got an excellent story all around. I really connected with Rick Blaine and Ilsa. And it's Humphrey Bogart. He's one of the greatest actors in cinema. And the score is great.
I liked him a lot. I liked him.
It's a really dramatic story all around. It's not just about love. It's also about regret and loss. And I think it's a film that has really aged well back in the day. And today, well, there may be people who are in the same ballpark like you. A lot of people don't see it as a classic.
I see it as a classic, and I understand why it worked back then, and I understand why people can appreciate it now. And I get the filmmaking. I thought it was well made and stuff. I just watch it, and for whatever reason, I see it, and it just doesn't work for me. It's one of those weird, unscientific, like this one weird, like scientific thing where you just watch something as well made as it is, as well acted as it is, still don't like it. It's just that sometimes that happens in movies, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think this movie, all around, it is way better than The Spectacular Now. It's better than
No.
When Harry Met Sally.
No.
It is better than
When Harry Met Sally is a million times better and more entertaining. Like okay. We can talk about filmmaking. Let's just talk filmmaking. Fine. Maybe some of the techniques used in Casablanca, especially for the time, maybe were better. Who knows? But I think just entertainment-wise, When Harry Met Sally is a way better room. I'm just looking at.
They're different movies. I mean, Casablanca's more of a depressing.
Yeah, that's true.
Story. Yeah, When Harry Met Sally is a more entertaining movie, but I think in terms of just films all around, like this film did it for me more. And when Harry Met Sally is a completely different movie, so.
Well, I'm glad you recommended it to me because I definitely needed to finally watch it, and I'm glad I finally kind of checked off my bucket list as one of those classic movies, and was really looking forward to it. I just unfortunately I'm bummed out, man. You know, you never not want to.
Which do you prefer, Casablanca or Eternal Sunshine?
I don't really like either. I think both are really overrated romances. I'll go Casablanca. I guess I'd watch that more.
So, what's your final grade on this?
I'd go negative, man. I'd give it a C plus. I really like. I think it's.
Wow.
I think it's an average. And for today's standards, for today's filmmaking standards, for what I want in a romance movie, and I feel like I said, I can respect a lot of the filmmaking.
I think, all right. This tops the cake for Mad Max Fury Road as your most hottest movie take ever.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess that takes it.
I gotta be honest, Colin. You're the first one I said that. You're the first one I've seen that doesn't like Casablanca.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
That doesn't love it. That doesn't love the movie. For everyone that I know loves this movie.
Yeah, I would give it 3 out of 5 stars. Maybe I would just inch out positive.
Yeah,
barely positive.
All right. Okay. So.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's your opinion. I respect it.
It's one of those crappy things though when you recommend a movie to someone and they don't like it as much as you. I mean, I've done that before. A lot of some people didn't like Election, which is a movie I love, and even When Harry Met Sally, I recommended. Some people haven't liked that. So it always bums you out a little bit when your friends don't like your movies. But hey, that's just our opinion.
That's film is subjective. It's great. It's great sometimes to hear different opinions, and we hear each other's thoughts. They explain why they didn't like it. And yeah, it's just opinions. I respect your opinion.
Gotcha, man.
So now let's assign our next movies for the Culture Project for next week. So, Colin, what's your movie for me?
Yeah, I was thinking about picking it last week, and I was like, kind of last minute decision. Decided to go with Chuck. You knew this one was coming. It's The Florida Project.
Thank you. I was planning on doing a top 10 A24 movies.
Yeah, I think that's speaking of that. Speaking of top 10, speaking of top 10 A24 movies, I think that's top 3 for me. I would say, I mean, depending on the day, it's my favorite. Uncut Gems and Lady Bird and Florida Project are my 3 favorite. Florida Project, I think the masterpiece. I think.
Because I only seen the first 10 minutes of it. I haven't seen the majority of it.
Yeah, watch it. You'll hopefully enjoy it.
Good. I have the Blu-ray over there. So now, Colin, my movie for you is now a horror movie. You knew it was coming. Get out.
Okay, I have that on Blu-ray too. I need to watch it. I'm sure I'll like it, but.
All right, so
there it is. There we go. I'm excited. Right. You needed to make me watch it because I've been putting it off for so long. So.
Yeah, I've been putting off Get Out as well, and I had to put Casablanca here. So, anyway, so that was the Culture Project. Again, let us know in the YouTube video your thoughts.
Shocker.
I'll talk to you with Colin. We don't know what the episode title is going to be, but yeah. So that's
it. Might be Colin Hates Casablanca.
Colin Hates Casablanca.
I don't hate it though. I really don't hate it.
That'll get close. All right, so now, Colin, let's go to fan questions. Let's kick it off on Twitter first. Let me load up the questions real quick. All right, so our first question comes from my cousin Patrick Preston. What is the worst sequel ever made? We're talking about the one that has the biggest dip in quality compared to the original.
Maybe the Phantom Menace after Return of the Jedi.
Maybe. A film that's up there is probably Kingsman: The Golden Circle.
Was that bad? I never saw it.
That was bad. Compared to the Kingsman: The Secret Service, that was such a letdown. After the first Kingsman: The Secret Service, that movie was one of my favorite movies of 2015. And then I saw The Golden Circle, and I was just mad disappointed with it. It was really bad. Have you seen the Kingsman movies?
I haven't seen them. No, I haven't.
All right, Culture Project, the first one. Anyway, so that's up there for me.
Yeah, I mean, the first one sucks too, but the second one is, I think, the most offensive movie ever made. It's Grown Ups 2. It's the most.
That's up there.
Grown Ups 2 is one of the most offensive movies I've ever seen because they treated the audience like they were dumb pieces of crap that just it was a cash grab because we have all these great actors in it, or these funny actors in it in a movie, and it was just nonsense after nonsense. I wanted to rip my eyeballs out, Ryan. I hate that movie so much, dude. Like I actually get mad. Like,
is that your worst movie of all time?
The fact that it probably is. The fact that people like that movie, you're just a horrible person if you like that movie. Like you are just a
horrible human being.
You are everything that's wrong with society if you think that movie's good. Because it's just making fun of you for liking it, because that's exactly what they wanted, for you to be stupid enough to like it. Because it's such a horribly made movie. I hate that movie so. Oh my God, Ryan, I get so mad thinking about it.
All right, another bad sequel, Dumb and Dumber 2.
I haven't seen it. I heard it's bad.
It is a travesty compared to the first.
All the Jaws sequels, I'm sure, are pretty bad.
Yeah, those are ones we can think of. Jaron Talks Movies. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, it's not a sandwich. It's not a sandwich, Jaron.
It's not a sandwich. You put a bun and a dog right there. I don't consider it a sandwich. Usually, if you put like stuff that's not a hot dog, then I consider it a sandwich, but I don't consider
it a burger. Do you consider a burger a sandwich?
I consider a burger a sandwich, not a hot dog.
Because you're putting like lettuce and tomato on it. I mean,
for hot dogs, it's like ketchup, mustard, relish, whatever condiment you choose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a sandwich. I don't really have definitive like factual reasons. I just don't consider it a sandwich.
Yeah.
People say like, "Hey, make me hey." Let's put it this way: no one's ever once said, "Hey, can you make me? Do you want a sandwich?" And the person says, "Yeah, sure." And they're like, "All right, what do you want? We got turkey, ham,
salami."
Hot dog.
You're making me hungry now.
Yeah, dude. I'm starving.
Damn, I need to eat dinner. Anyway, hot dogs aren't a sandwich to me.
Hot dogs are not sandwiches.
Jaron, if you disagree with us, sorry. Jacoby Porter, he always posts awesome questions. What is a performance by an actor that a lot of people say is bad, but you don't think they're as bad as people say? Short Round?
Yeah.
Temple of Doom? I don't think he's bad at all.
I love that. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at like my Blu-ray collection. People kind of hate on Justin Timberlake on social networks for some reason. I have no idea why.
What?
Yeah,
he was great. I love
that. It's fantastic.
Katie Holmes in Batman Begins. I don't hate her.
Yeah,
I don't hate her.
I just think the chemistry wasn't really there. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not awful. Yeah, those are ones I can think of off the top of my head.
I mean, Joaquin Phoenix and Joker. I still like. No, I'm just kidding.
He's awful. Yeah. I don't know if there's much else I can think of, but those are the ones I can think of. Since Bryan Cranston announced the Malcolm in the Middle reunion is this Saturday, what is a Zoom reunion for a movie or TV show you would love to see?
You know my answer. That 70s show. Obviously.
Oh, that's that 70s show.
Obviously, yeah.
I think they just didn't.
Because Ashton Kutcher and who's the guy that played Venom? Topher Grace.
And Topher Grace.
Yeah, Topher Grace. Yeah, not Tom Holland. Topher Grace.
Not Tom Holland.
They left the show season 8, so it'd be kind of nice to see them all together again. You know.
Yeah. Probably Breaking Bad.
Have you seen all of that 70s show? Have you seen all of it?
No, not all of it. No.
Do you know the general idea, or you haven't seen like any of it really?
I don't think I've seen it.
All right, okay. I'm gonna make you watch the first 4 episodes then.
Oh my god!
Actually,
it's
the first
supposed to be movies.
The first season's a little like dated, but
All right. So Jacoby Porter also said in his previous question, the confusing one he posted, would you guys? Should people go into every movie, whether it's a genre, subgenre they don't care for, that looks bad to them, go in with an open mind, give it a chance? So pretty much going into a genre we don't care about, we think it's going to be bad. Should we give it a chance? What's a romance? Yeah. What's a genre you're not really into?
I mean, if it's a horror movie that looks bad, like a lot of the early movies that came out this year, 2020, like The Grudge or whatever, honestly, I guess I should give it a chance, but I'm not going there positively, nor do I think I should. Like, a movie looks bad, it's got bad ratings, and it's a genre I don't like. I mean, I think I have all the right to not be excited for the movie. I should give it a fair chance, but I don't think I should.
Yeah. With romance movies, I always try to give them the best chance possible. Or any trailers for movies that I think looks really bad, I always go in to every movie with an open mind. Like, try not to already have an opinion going in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. So on YouTube, AJ Ford, have you guys thought of whenever you have a guest and do the culture project, they pick a movie for you guys to watch? I think we talked about this before.
We talked about it. The only tricky thing with that, even though it's a good recommendation, is they don't know us as much as Ryan and I know each other.
Yeah, that's why we created.
So they would may pick a movie and we'd be like, oh, we did see that, you know.
Yeah.
I will say though, a fun thing that we could do is like a segment. I was thinking about this yesterday. I don't know if I sent it to you. I feel like I did. We could do like a trivia of like each other.
Yeah, you sent that. Actually, somebody asked us a question related to that. Plug it then.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we'll talk about then. But yeah, do like a trivia thing for how much me and you know each other. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, somebody asked a question related to that. I think we answered that one already. Yeah. What are your most anticipated movies for 2021?
Everything.
I think everything. Look what's coming out next year. Pretty much that's in my most anticipated.
I gotta go the Batman probably.
Yeah, the Batman, that's up there for me. I don't know what other else is coming out. Quiet Place 2, that's high up there. Yankee 88. This is the question. Who has seen more movies, you or Colin? So yeah, we were thinking of doing a trivia game and you guys submitting in trivia questions for us to answer. Stuff like that.
I mean, you've probably done it more. You've been doing YouTube longer, so, you know, that sort of thing. Plus, I mean, just the proof's in the pudding. I mean, this year alone, you've watched more movies than I have for 2020.
Yeah.
Maybe not more movies, but more new movies, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, we were thinking of doing a trivia game, me versus Colin, and having the viewers, you guys, submit trivia questions for us to answer. So
yeah,
we'll plug in more details about that in the future.
How much we know each other.
Yeah, how much movies we know. Favorite Lethal Weapon film? I haven't seen any Lethal Weapon movies.
I have not either.
No. And deep into the film score, favorite movie to watch with families? I think the Pixar movies. In all honesty.
With families. The Wolf of Wall Street for sure.
Let's watch Wheelers and Hookers, Mom.
Come on, kids.
Grandma, we're gonna watch them on drugs and trying to get to his car.
My grandma loves The Wolf of Wall Street. She loves it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she really enjoys it. I mean, The Sandlot. I think that's a good pick. Good family movie. I'm trying to think of movies that we kind of like all watch as a family that we really enjoy. I mean, like even like the Marvel superhero movies are good, like family films.
Yeah. And last question from Liam Rush: best TV show you have seen, animated and live action? We have the same live action, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Animated, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, I'll go. It's good stuff. I like F is for Family a lot, but I don't know if I'd say that's my favorite. I might go like just Family Guy, but I don't watch it as much as I think I do. I don't know, maybe Clone Wars, honestly. I think Clone Wars.
All right. All right, that's it for questions. Thank you guys, as always, for submitting in questions. If you want your question to get answered next week, be sure to submit some more. All right, so now let's get to the top 5, Colin. You actually recommended this top 5. Top 5 worst movie theater experiences.
Yeah.
Basically, our movie theater experiences throughout our life that were the worst. Or not much the worst, but the most memorable, like bad experiences all around.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to share with you some of our worst movie experiences. It's not ranked. I just put a top 5 of what I remember.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't do a rank. I just did 5 ones that came to mind.
All right, you want me to start off?
Go for it.
All right, first one is Sausage Party.
I hate that movie so much. That movie's so bad.
This is the funniest, worst movie theater experience. It happened right at the beginning of the movie. Like, the opening credits, these 2 drunk guys were fighting over a seat or something. It went on for like 2 minutes or something. They were just rambling on about nonsense. And somebody recorded it. It was freaking hilarious. It happened at the beginning of the film, and then everybody was just laughing about it, like the first 5 minutes of it.
Yeah, dude, that's funny. I can't stand the movie.
Yeah, it's just a very weird movie.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. Like, it literally wasn't funny at all. It was really.
It's just forgettable.
Very boring. Yeah, mine in no particular order. The Infinity War, like my 4th viewing. Oh my god! Thank God it was my first viewing. But my 4th viewing, I took my, I guess my ex-girlfriend's mom. We went to see Infinity War, and there was like, it wasn't a baby. Like, he was definitely old enough to shut up. Like, and he kept like making noises and being super loud, and the dad would like take him like outside and kind of be like holding them. You could see them still while watching the movie, but then like come back, and then he would make more noise, and he just wouldn't stop the entire movie. And it was the first time my girlfriend's mom had seen the movie, and so it was not a great experience for her first time seeing it. And it was just very, very annoying. Not one person in the theater was just like, I'm not the type that would say like shut up and stuff, but not one person said, dude, can someone please man up and say something to these people? But I guess I didn't do it either, so who am I to judge?
All right, another one, Kung Fu Panda 3. It was like a big row of families right next to me, all up the top. Like, there was crying going on. There was just running around playing tag. Pretty much like about 20% of the movie. And it got really annoying. And then eventually it stopped. But that's just one I remember where there was lots of crying, a bunch of antsy kids. They were hungry, wanted to go home, play games, or go to bed. Yeah, just a very random experience.
Speaking of what you just said, you said sitting at the top. Do you sit at the top when you go to see theaters?
Most of the time.
I used to be a top person, but now I'm kind of more in the middle. I kind of drifted towards the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the spot. I definitely don't want to be at the bottom. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, my next theater experience, this shouldn't come to a surprise to anybody. It's Mad Max Fury Road.
The experience.
And actually, I'm cheating. No people bothered me. The movie was just so bad that it was a horrible theater experience. I couldn't bear watching it. It was just such a bad movie that the experience, by the definition of the top 5 list, whether it wasn't anybody else bothering me, it was the movie that bothered me so incredibly much that I had to leave because it was such a bad movie.
All right, if you're going that route, then I'll go with another experience for me. Okay.
That was it. Nobody bothered me. It was just the movie theater experience was so bad because the movie was so bad.
We get it. You don't like Mad Max Fury Road. Okay,
We get it.
Someone calls us. We get it, dude.
Get a grip. I almost bought it on Blu-ray.
Stop shoving your opinion down our throats, dude.
Well, the reason why I almost bought it on Blu-ray is because I want to do a watch along soon, so I wanted to like have it for that. And it was for $5, which no surprise that movie's super cheap. But no, I'm just kidding.
I almost got the steelbook, dude.
I mean, good movies are cheap on Blu-ray all the time. That's not what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I almost picked it up, but I just couldn't. I couldn't physically do it, Ryan. I couldn't pick it up and actually buy it. I had like a chill come down my spine. I just couldn't do it.
All right, so my next experience. These next two are horror movies. What a shocker! I'm gonna combine them both because they're pretty much the same. Lights Out and Don't Breathe. The same experience.
Oh, that sucks. Those movies are good.
Yeah, same experience. These group of people coming in 25 minutes into the movie trying to find their seats with flashlights. And then just overreacting to every single jump scare that happens. Oh, bruh, did you hear that, bruh? That's creepy, bruh. Oh, look at that turkey baster, bruh. Oh, he's going to do some stuff up, bruh. Oh, my God. Imagine experiencing that, Colin.
I'm about to talk something
that's destroying my brain cells just talking about that. Yeah, pretty much horror movie experiences are the ones that get the annoying people.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. I don't have a horror movie on here, surprisingly. This movie might as well have been a horror movie because it was so painful to watch. Downsizing. Oh my God.
I haven't seen it.
You know what's so sad about this movie? You know who directed it?
Yeah, Alexander Payne.
Who directed
Election in Nebraska.
Okay. I love Election. We all know that. But Downsizing, he also directed Downsizing. And to a certain extent, you can see where he's going with the movie. You can see he's kind of going for some interesting content, but they just don't work at all. And like I said, this wasn't people being annoying. It was just the movie was so unbearably. I should have added Grown Ups 2 on here, and that one was kind of both because the movie was bad and the people were annoying too. So I'll say that too. Grown Ups 2. I mentioned that earlier. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Maybe I just wanted to fry that away from my brain. And it was in a weird theater. It was like it wasn't like up like an auditorium. It was like a regular room, but just slightly curved down. It was like a ramp. It was super weird. Anyway, Downsizing, horrible movie, which just it pains me because I love Election so much. But the movie is wretched. I walked out of that movie too. The two movies I walked out in, Downsizing and Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I only walked out of Resident Evil, the final chapter. The last 10 minutes. Anyway, the next one, last horror movie, Dr. Sleep, a most recent one, and it wasn't the people, it was the technical issues. So 25 minutes of the movie not started, and it was an early screening too, so they had tech issues going on. It took them about 25 minutes to get the movie started, and it just started like 5 minutes into the movie, so we missed like 5 minutes of footage. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
And the painful thing is that it was a 2.5 hour long movie, so it made the experience longer. Just technical issues all around. Like, yeah, it was just really annoying.
Talking about technical issues, I saw this isn't really technical. It just kind of bothered me. I saw Joker on a screen that was big, but then they didn't show the whole. It didn't full. It was still like black bars. It wasn't like it was the Lighthouse or something where you needed it. Like it genuinely just the screen was too big. It just bothered me. I saw a Beautiful Neighborhood like that too. It was even worse because it was even smaller. It was like, why the heck is it on this tiny of a screen? So kind of weird there. Next, I guess I had two more. This one was actually legitimately bad for the people. Creed 2. Oh my God.
Oh, the people.
The people in there were just audibly reacting to everything that was happening. Like, of course you'd say no, it's real life. Or like, just like trying to make sense of the plot of the movie. It's like, dude, it's a movie, bro. Like, just like stop talking. Like, they would react to everything. Not even like the boxing scenes. Like, just like the relationship between like the two characters in the movie. It's like, would you shut up? It was so annoying. Like, I also will say, honorable mention. Can't believe I didn't think of this one. Guardians Volume 2. Don't like that movie very much. But the people in the back, soon as Kurt Russell shows up in the movie, the guy goes, yeah! I was like, what?
What?
just freaks out over Kurt Russell. It's not like a freaking cap lifting millionaire. Like, no, like he's the only person excited to see Kurt Russell in Guardians Volume 2. It's so nice. And then my next one, again, this was not a people thing. It was the movie was so disappointing and I was so shocked that I didn't like it. Batman v Superman. What a horrible movie theater experience. And you know why it was so horrible? I invited my brother. Okay, I went with my brother, my mom, my dad, who never go to movies. Them three never go to movies. Okay. Excited to see a superhero movie. They're a bit of skeptical about stuff like that. So my mom, my dad, my brother saw it. My best friend and this girl that he was kind of dating, who I was friends with, and I wanted her to like ask him to go because I kind of wanted them to date. So that's an interesting story. Then my girlfriend at the time and my girlfriend's dad, we all saw it together. And you had these like people who were into the universe, like me and my best friend, and then even my brother at the time. Like everyone else, like kind of didn't like it all that much, but us three were like, they were like, dude, it's okay, like it's just a movie. We were like, dude, that movie sucks. and I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, but the part where she comes out and the score, which I've grown on, by the way, the Hans Zimmer score, the yeah, that whole part, I used to not like it. Like when it came up, it was very jarring and felt very weird. I laughed out loud. And then with the Superman death, I felt nothing, and I think I might have laughed a little. I didn't laugh like obnoxiously, but I was like kind of like trying to hold in my laughter because I just didn't feel anything with the death because I thought it was so poorly handled. So yeah, not really people being annoying in the theater. It was just so shockingly bad, and it was upsetting because I brought like my whole family, my friends, like my whole entourage to see a movie, and then like it sucked. Like I don't care what people say, the movie's not good.
All right. Those were your last two?
Yeah, those were my last two.
All right. So my last one is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, the Emoji Movie. And just like you said, Mad Max Fury Road, like that movie is just so destroys your brain cells in your body in every single way possible. I wanted to leave the theater and just go drive off a cliff. I was just
say Mad Max Fury Road is better than me. It might be the only movie that is better than, but there you go.
That movie, oh my god, I wanted to leave so bad. Like, can I leave now? Can I leave now? I can't. I gotta review this movie. And it was just really bad, dude. Really bad. Another one, Nine Lives as well. It's really bad. I gotta pull through. I gotta see this movie and review it. Like I was just so frustrated.
I will say, person-wise, people being annoying. Transformers 3, the Dark of the Moon, people were being super annoying there. I remember I went with my cousins and we were all like, "Would you shut the fuck up?" Oh my god. People just like wouldn't stop talking.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So those were our top 5 worst movie theater experiences. Yeah.
Pretty sure we gave more like 20, but.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Colin, before we close off today's show, let's go to the movie quote of the week. What's yours?
Let me pull it up. This comes from the Silver Linings Playbook, a movie I absolutely love.
Overrated.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. I love the movie. I don't really understand. I think American Hustle is overrated.
Yeah,
I do not think Silver Linings Playbook is overrated at all. Also, I read the book. Probably my favorite book of all time. One of my favorite books. The book is absolutely fantastic. Can we get through one fucking conversation without you reminding me that my goddamn husband's dead? Jennifer Lawrence's character says that. By an overrated movie by an overrated actress, according to Ryan O'Toole. I just hit him with the double whammy with that quote. Fantastic movie. There's some funny bits about like how he keeps up bringing up that her husband's dead, and that you gotta admit that's a funny quote.
I guess.
Can we get through a conversation without you reminding me that my goddamn husband's dead? That's funny.
I guess.
I guess. All right. To each their own.
To each their own. All right. My quote comes from The Godfather 2. My offer is this. Nothing. Oh, such a great quote.
Yeah.
And if you watch the movie, it's so epic, that quote.
It's a good one.
So yeah, that closes out today's show, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching episode 21. Now, next week for episode 22, we'll definitely look for a guest this time around, and you had Adam Does Movies as a potential guest. And
yeah, we'll see. Some scheduling conflicts I'll have to talk to you about later. But
all right, so yeah, we'll figure something out. Yeah, that does it for today's show. Thank you guys for watching. And Colin, before we close out the show, let us know what you got coming out on your channel, and as always, your links, whatever not.
Yeah, Colin Williams reviews on Instagram, Colin Williams MR on Twitter. Any review I ever do, new or old, follow me on Letterboxd CWilliams991. I'm always really active on there, as always. And then obviously, same thing. MCU rewatch is in order. I was late last week because hurricane, Wi-Fi, moving, all that stuff. So this week we'll be back on track. I actually just watched Ant-Man today. Love that movie. Can't wait to talk about it. And then I'll probably just sprinkle in some more like top 10 list type videos and stuff. I'm kind of figuring some things out. I'm not really rushing. Kind of busy, so I haven't been as crazy out on content as I should be. But I'll get back into it.
All right, and yeah, for me, Project Power comes out on Netflix this week. Look forward to that review. I'll possibly have my top 10 A24 movies as well, possibly another Q&A. And then Godfather 3 will come at some point. We'll just have to see about that. And look forward to my reviews for She Dies Tomorrow and The Godfather Part 2 coming up very soon. Thank you guys for watching episode. What?
What? Power? Something Power?
Project Power, Jamie Foxx.
I never hear about these movies. Netflix is so bad at marketing.
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your outro.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching episode 21 of the podcast. Look forward to next week. You guys have a great week. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.